What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about whether we are still in a recession, or considering that the GDP doesn't come out until later this month, whether or not I believe we are still in a recession. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account. For every friend you refer, Webull's going to give you 15 free fractional shares of some of the most rock-solid companies on the planet: Ford, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Apple, the list goes on. Everything will be linked in the description. All right, so first things first, the GDP report for Q4 2022 does not come out until the middle or the end of this month, January 2023. And at the moment, I don't have access to it just yet because obviously it hasn't been released. I want to talk about whether or not I believe we are still in a recession, because unfortunately we don't know for sure, but we do know for sure that we were just in one, at least, because in the beginning of Q4 the Q3 GDP report was released, and as it turned out, we had 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. These reports don't come out every month, they come out every 3 months. So at the end of Q1 of last year, at the end of Q2 of last year, we got the Q1 report. Q1 report, positive GDP growth. Q2 report came out at the beginning of Q3, and we had gone negative. Now, a recession by definition is 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth, so 1 quarter of negative GDP doesn't necessarily mean anything. But then, in Q4, at the beginning of Q4, we got that Q3 report. And it was a secondary report of negative GDP growth. 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth, by definition, is a recession. So we were in a recession last year, and I personally believe that we are still in one. Q4 of 2022, by the looks of things, judging by all the other reports, everything that wasn't a GDP report, didn't really look so hot. Not to mention, some of the biggest companies in the world announced last year that moving on into 2023, they were actually going to be freezing hiring. They were going to be laying off a lot of the workers that they stocked up on to prepare themselves for a labor shortage. They didn't want to be a victim of a labor shortage again, so they're like, hey, let's hoard all these workers and we'll let them go when we don't need them anymore. That's beginning to happen now that we're in the new year. And call me crazy, but I think some of the biggest companies on the planet probably know a little bit better than we do about what's to come. We have an idea, but I'm pretty sure they know for an absolute guaranteed fact what's to come, at least in the short term. And I think that they're preparing themselves, and they've been bracing themselves because they probably have a better idea than what we do. So there's not a doubt in my mind that when the GDP report comes out, it'll be a 3rd consecutive quarter of negative GDP growth, which just means the recession continues beyond just 2 consecutive quarters. So I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Do you believe we are still in a recession? Do you believe when the GDP report comes out, it'll show us that we got a 3rd quarter in a row of negative GDP? Let me know in the comments. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Sorry for the background noise. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. Over 50 different flavors to choose from. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account. For every friend you refer, they're going to give you 15 free fractional shares. Some of the most rock-solid companies on the planet: Ford, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Apple. Good God. The list goes on. Yeah, that's fine. I'll wait for you. I'm just fooling around. Let me repeat myself. For every friend you refer, they're going to give you 15 free fractional shares of some of the most rock-solid companies on the planet. Ford, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Apple, the list goes on. Everything will be linked in the description. Let me know in the comments anything and everything related to today's video topic and whether or not you think we are still in a recession. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you just stop smiling. Peace.